What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be talking about 10 of the most seductive and attractive fragrances for men. So this is going to be a wide range of prices, different kind of sweetness levels, just because there is obviously some people that prefer sweetness, some people that do not prefer sweetness. So I'm kind of trying to cover you all around. At least these are my 10, and then just from feedback that I have received from my fiance, so we could also talk about those. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to go ahead and start with Tuxedo. I feel like this is a really professional scent, but if you wore this to, like, let's say a date, it's a really impressive fragrance. And I kind of, is it a showstopper? Yes, but it's not a showstopper as in one of those fragrances that's really strong and very unique. Even though this is a unique fragrance, it's not going to be a really weird fragrance to pull off like a lot of showstoppers are. So I definitely consider this a showstopper. Definitely will get a lot of compliments. And I'm pretty sure the female would really like to, or the significant other, I don't judge, will really enjoy smelling this fragrance off you. Next is going to be one that you can wear throughout the day, let's say daytime scents. It comes off masculine. It's a very masculine scent, very elegant scent. And again, I kind of put those two together if you're talking about seductive. Like, you obviously can't wear some dark DNAs during the day. You're not just trying to be kind of attractive at night, right? So I'm going to go with Creed Viking. Creed Viking is one of those that try to give off that manly man vibe and, show off that testosterone. This is definitely one of those that you could show off your testosterone with. Spicy fougere. It's a kind of spicy fougere. Underneath that's a pink pepper on top. Barbershop fragrance, shaving cream kind of feel to it. It's my favorite fougere for sure. This is like my number one. Really close to being my favorite Creed also. And I do own a lot of Creed fragrances. But yeah, Viking is one of those that, I really think it's a really good fragrance. I got complimented on Viking, especially with just how the smell. This is going to be more for, it depends if you're coming off as, more mature, more serious. I would definitely say Viking, especially during the day, just because of how professional, you kind of have to be not put together, but just present yourself as kind of put together. I think this would be a scent that mostly not old women, but like, well, maybe just older than myself. I'm 23, so, probably 30s, I would say, would really enjoy this scent. I've gotten complimented by a 30-year-old. Maybe that's why I correlate that, which was my boss. So next is going to be a fragrance. This is more of a showstopper. This is going to be more unique. This is maybe not a first date situation. You could probably wear this on a first date. I probably wouldn't, just in case this is someone that's been around you for a bit. She knows you're into fragrances, or they know. It's going to be Ombre Nomad. You go light with the sprays with this fragrance, and I think it's magic. I'm currently working on my fiance, making her enjoy this fragrance. It's a hit or miss. Sometimes she loves it, sometimes she hates it. I think it's really good for the cold. Maybe do 1 or 2 sprays. If you're trying to be really intimate, maybe 1 spray. But definitely unique. But like I said, this is going to be probably the only showstopper on this list that's going to be a little different. So, this could either go really well or really bad. She could really love it or really hate it. It's that polarizing from Louis Vuitton. It's going to be Ombre Nomad. Next, this is going to be easy to wear somewhat. I really enjoyed wearing this fragrance in the cold, especially when it's snowing. I've seen other people have also had the same effect for this fragrance. It's going to be Grand Soir. Amber fragrance. I don't know if there's vanilla in this fragrance. but it doesn't really come off like a very vanilla or very sweet fragrance. It's more towards the dry down. It kind of gets a little bit sweeter, but not too sweet, not overwhelmingly sweet. I think this is marketed as unisex, but for me it's like a masculine sweet scent, which is why I would probably go for this, especially if I was trying to be seductive or, you know, trying to read the brow, you know what I'm saying? Trying to give it a little winks. I have no game. It is what it is. I don't need no game. I've been with her for way too long, so I don't need the game. All right, I'm not getting rid of her. And guess what? I still got her somehow, so she's here to stay. And but if you need some game, I'm sorry, I can't give you any game. It just is what it is. The fragrance might give you a little bit, but you're gonna have to do the rest yourself. But fragrance might get you to, like, not even first base. It might just get you a step towards first base, right? The rest you got to carry yourself. I'm sorry, I can't help you. I got no game. I got none of that. It is what it is. But I don't know why I went off in that tangent. Grand Savoir, like I said, masculine, amber, vanilla. I think vanilla. If it doesn't have vanilla, oops. I think, to me, there's a vanilla. But I don't really like vanilla scents. But it's like a vanilla that's doesn't really smell like vanilla, if that makes sense. It's just like a sweetener. That's the best way I can describe it. Next is going to be a fragrance that, this is a fragrance that, obviously, for those that watch my channel, when I proposed, I wore this fragrance. We actually bought it that day. It's going to be Spice Blend by Dior. This is a very high-end version of Dolce & Gabbana The One. And I actually do have Dolce & Gabbana on this list. So might as well just pull them up together, right? Similar scent DNAs. Well, I would say similar, but very different. So this is like the very grown-up, very expensive, luxurious version of this. This is also really good if you're on a budget. Dolce & Gabbana, like I said, I've had this in my collection for a long time. The Dolce & Gabbana fragrance is a little bit sweeter. And don't think of Spice Blend like actual spices. That's not how it comes across. It comes off more like a browned, well, probably because it's what I wore that day. It's like a brown peacoat type of fragrance. Not really anything too spicy. Not really spicy at all. I would even say Viking spicier than this fragrance. But I would say it's like a smooth blend. It's not spicy. I can't really tell you what's in it. Maybe like a suede accord in it. I feel like it's like a suede. Closest thing I could say is like a brown sugar, if that makes sense. If you smell this fragrance, I guess it'll be a better description. But it's kind of hard to describe this scent. No, you don't get too much vanilla. Well, let me spray this. And this is a beast of a fragrance. It's a really light beast fragrance, if that makes sense. You don't really realize it too much. Yeah, I get more like a brown, not like a suede. Like a really dark, like a really leathery note. It's like a suede feel to it. It's gonna be a hard fragrance to describe, but anyways, best way to describe it, it's gonna be like a really high-end version of Dolce & Gabbana The One. I feel like I've been looking for something like that for a very long time. And this was actually my fiance's pick. I was going to Dior for Tobacco, but this was her pick. She really loved it. She wanted me to get this one. So this is why I went with this one. Really good. I think I overlooked it the first time I smelled it, but it is a really good fragrance. Next is Dolce & Gabbana The One. I already mentioned it in this video with Spice Blend. But you get more of the tobacco in Dolce & Gabbana The One. Not really a tobacco that's really hard to pull off. Let's say you wanted to compare these two, for example. This one's going to last way longer. This one's going to project more. It's one of those that you're going to go nose blind very quickly, but it's still definitely going to be there. Dolce & Gabbana The One, you might get 4 to 5 hours, but you don't really need much longer if you're going on a date. Maybe respray if you're going back to your place, you know what I'm saying? you gotta shower anyways. Let's say you're gonna get somewhere. I would say probably shower. You know, make sure you're clean. Then probably spray that in the bedroom. You know, get ready for it. That's my tip. I don't, like I said, I don't have games, so don't worry about me. Next is gonna be Intoxicated by Killian. It used to be my favorite fragrance in my collection, but it has dropped to about the 3rd spot, just because I have a lot of good fragrances. Powdery fragrance, so you're gonna have to like powder. This, some people would say it smells like a grandma. I don't really get that though. Powdery, like I said, it's like a purple scent. I don't know how to describe it, but the color that this scent reminds me of is purple. It's intoxicated, right? The name is Intoxicated, and I believe it's intoxicating. This would be a really good date fragrance, attractive for especially the night date type of thing. You could pull it off in the cold weather. You could pull it off, I would say, if it's a hot day towards the nighttime. Light sprays though. But like I said, Intoxicated by Killian is one of those I don't really put in my collection too much because I honestly don't wear it too much. I feel like I protect this fragrance. I don't really want to waste it, but I definitely need to get some more wears off of this. And let's go ahead with just a cheaper fragrance. There's going to be a fragrance that I repurchased in my collection. So it's newer to the collection now, but I used to have years ago. It's going to be Dunhill's Icon. Not to say that this is in the aspect of Creed Viking, but it's going to be that sort of feel. Not as in like a smelling close to Creed Viking, but masculine scent. People say it smells like grape soda. I don't really get it. For me, it smells more like a pine tree with a lot of lavender in it. So like I said, I haven't looked at these notes. It's been years since I looked at these notes, but there's probably a pine note in here. Definitely a lavender note in here. And if you guys saw my video with my fiance, she said that this fragrance smells expensive. I got it on FragranceNet for about $20 on clearance, so you could probably still find it for that price. And this is the 100 ml. There is a 50 ml that you could probably find for cheaper if you're interested. It is hard to find. I've been looking for this fragrance again for a while now. It kind of comes in stock. It seems like to only in FragranceNet. Haven't really seen it anywhere else. Everywhere else like Fragrance Buy, and I saw it was not discontinued, but out of stock in Joma's shop. I haven't smelled anything else from the line, from the Icon line. I know they have the Racing, the red one, the gold one, which is like the Absolute or something, but I haven't smelled anything else, only this one, and I really enjoy this one. And lastly, let's go ahead. Actually, there's 2 left. Well, this is a must-have. This is L'Eau My Deal Extreme. If you have the Parfum, kind of redundant, so I would say don't worry about it if you have the Parfum. But my guess is you probably had the Extreme before you had the Parfum. So just because it came out first, the Parfum came out later on. So I'm definitely going to say that L'Eau My Deal Extreme is a must. My fiance loves this one. I should have mentioned this in the video, but I'll definitely do another video with her. She actually enjoyed making the video, so and thank you for the positive support for those that have commented. For the positive support on bringing her on the channel. She had fun. She actually had fun doing it. I think the videos could still get better. She's a little camera shy, but you know, it's progress, obviously. I'm not really too camera shy because before I started YouTube, I'm into photography and all that stuff. So I've always been involved with a camera for years now. I really don't really care about talking to a camera. It's just sometimes I don't even know what to say. Not that I'm like shook or anything. I'm just like, it's one of those days. I don't really talk too much. I don't talk too much in general. If you guys ever meet me or get to know me, I'm not a talker. I just talk a lot in these videos because I'm the only person talking, right? But anyways, let's go ahead. L'Eau My Deal Extreme. Really good fragrance. Guerlain's cherry almond mix to me is a really good mix, but then you also have like their vetiver that I really enjoy. I just realized I haven't even looked at picking up Habit Rouge. I should probably pick up Habit Rouge just because I sold a fragrance. I might sell another one, which is going to be a Barrage by the Spirit of Dubai. And I'll probably just, you know, just because I had the extra space to put things down, I'll probably put it in, what's it called? I'll probably pick up that fragrance just because why not? Try to enjoy it. Colognes have been hitting every time. I do have another cologne on the way. But L'Homme Ideal, let's go ahead and get back to this. I'm sorry, I keep on going on tangents. L'Homme Ideal Extreme, the cherry and the almond note, and then the dried down sweetness is a really good one. I wear this to work. I wear this all the time. This is going to be a bottle I'm going to go through. I'm going to have to get the bigger bottle of Extreme. And lastly, let's go ahead with the fragrance that's like not the staple of this, because I would say Dolce & Gabbana, the one is the staple of this. It's going to be Sauvage Elixir. So Sauvage Elixir is going to be the compliment getting fragrance. This is a compliment beast. You could wear it at night. You could wear it during the day. The hotter weather, I would limit the sprays. Night or like colder weather, I would probably do one more spray. Let's say I would probably do 2 sprays for, well, 2 sprays is still kind of not too much with this fragrance, but I feel like that's maybe the perfect amount. 2 sprays. If you're gonna be in an intimate situation, maybe 1. Maybe you can still pull off the 2. Colder weather, I might do a 3rd one depending how cold it is. Like right now, we're in the negatives, where it feels like the negatives in Buffalo, but we're like in 7 or 8 degree weather. So I'd probably go 3 sprays with this, just to cut through the cold. 2 sprays probably do just fine, but 3 just for myself, right? But you know, the 3rd one would probably be like under the shirt or something. But these are gonna be 10 fragrances that are seductive, attractive kind of fragrances if you're looking for that sex appeal in your life, I guess. Like I said, I have no game, so I can't help you with the rest. I could just help you with which fragrances to choose, and if you have any of these fragrances in your collection, that's probably what I'd go with. Depending on the day, time, situation. Obviously, you know what you have in your fragrance collection. So if you're looking to pick up fragrances, I gave you somewhat of an idea of what you should pick up some for. But that is all I have for you guys. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys. And also give me recommendations. I like impressing her, right? I like impressing the fiance some, every once in a while. The only thing is that her nose is weird, so, I hate Renaissance. She loves it. Or not hate Renaissance, I just don't care about Renaissance. She loves it. So I guess it's one of those that maybe if I dislike a fragrance, she'll probably love it. So, keeps me humble. Makes me keep fragrances that I don't really care about to try and make her happy. And then maybe I enjoy wearing the fragrance after a few wears. Like one of those that would be that scenario would be Gucci Guilty's Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. I actually got rid of that fragrance a while back and ended up purchasing it again. That was her favorite fragrance in my collection a few years back. I actually ended up repurchasing it just because I really missed the fragrance, and now I really enjoy I enjoy it more than she does now. So I guess, it is what it is. Got it back in my collection as a 50 ml, not the big bottle. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.